Plato, an industry-leading manufacturer of quality tools for electronic assembly and repair, including replacement soldering and desoldering tips and lead cutters. So who is Plato? Plato is a division of ITW, Illinois Tool Works, a conglomerate of industry-leading manufacturers in the electronics industry, like Kester, Speedline, Vitronic Soltec, TechSpray, and Chemtronics. First and foremost, Plato specializes in the design and manufacture of replacement soldering and desoldering tips for widely used soldering stations, from Hakko, Weller, Pace, Hexacon, Essico, APE, robotic soldering tips like Japan Unix, and even custom designs for specialized applications. So why use Plato tips instead of what comes with your soldering station? Soldering equipment manufacturers specialize in the design and assembly of the stations themselves, but generally outsource the manufacture of the soldering tips. Plato, on the other hand, has been focused on developing the best possible tips for over 50 years. We even have our own tip factory, Prolex, in Costa Rica. That facility is full of design engineers and plating experts that eat, breathe, and sleep soldering tips. The result? Soldering and desoldering tips that have longer life, saving you money and requiring fewer changeouts, faster heat recovery. So why are Plato tips so responsive? We start with ultra-pure copper for maximum thermal conductivity. Specialized computers are used to design the tip, and then it's machined and shaped to fit the intended soldering station and tip function. If we stop there, heat response would be great, but the raw copper would become pitted and corroded after only one use. To avoid this, the copper tip is plated with iron plating developed to withstand high temperatures and corrosive fluxes, yet transfers heat effectively. The working end of the tip is then masked, and the body of the tip is nickel chrome plated to prevent solder from wetting and climbing up the barrel of the tip. The solder stays at the working end where you need it. Finally, the working end of the tip is dipped in lead-free tin solder to prevent oxidation as it's transported and stored. This exacting process allows Plato tips to achieve heat recovery speeds that are up to 20% faster. Here's how it works. When you solder, heat is transferred from the tip to the solder lead in contact. The soldering station controller sends current to the heating element to heat it up again. When the heating element heats up, that thermal energy has to travel the length of the tip to the working end, where you need it for your next solder joint. With Plato tips, the heat recovery process is more efficient, so you can solder from joint to joint on dense assemblies without the weight in between. Using Plato tips to replace what originally comes with your soldering station is like replacing your car's stereo system. Sure, the original equipment works okay, but you buy audio equipment from specialized manufacturers to get the truest sound, the most teeth-rattling bass. So Plato tips actually help your soldering station work more effectively and efficiently, saving you time and money. Think of Plato when you want to increase efficiency in your hand soldering operation, when you're looking for just the right tip design for your specific application, when you can't find the tip you need and need it custom engineered and manufactured. So let Plato be your source for quality tools for electronic assembly and repair. For more information, go to www.platoproducts.com or call 800-858-4043 to work with a soldering specialist.